Hey, I'm Adam Moody, and I want to tell you today about 3 easy ways you can survey your list and how that's going to boost your conversions and sales. Now, I know that this may sound a little weird, but it's something I've actually done, and it's something that you can do no matter if you've got an e-commerce store, if you've got a membership, whatever it is. This will definitely work for you. So first of all, if you're interested in getting more help with sales, with conversions, increasing your average order value, email marketing, all that sort of good stuff, you can head over to oasisoptimization.com and schedule a call with yours truly. Now, let's get back and talk about the surveys. Now, there's 3 easy ways to do this, but I want to talk about why you wouldn't, or rather why you would do this. And the reason you want to survey your list is to find out what your list is thinking, right? A lot of times we go out and maybe as a course creator, you've got, God, I've got this great idea. I'm just going to go make this cool course. And then you launch it and it's kind of quiet, right? You get some sales, but it just missed the mark. Or maybe you're getting ready to create that new product, or you've got an alternative product you're creating. You're going to place it in your store and you do that. And again, the response isn't what you're thinking. Well, you can shortcut this process and say, instead of having to then iterate from that kind of low point, what if you would have just asked people what they wanted, right? As a course creator, that's great. Like, hey, I've got this idea for a course. What would you like to see in it? Or what are you wanting to most learn about, right? Or people who have bought your dog products, asking them, hey, are you interested in a bigger dog bowl, if that's whatever you're going to sell, right? Going out and getting that actual feedback, so that you can either create the products they want, you can improve the products or services that you offer, and that you can engage meaningfully with people, okay? And a quick tip on this, one thing I would definitely do is to include at least one open-ended question, right? It helps people fill out forms quickly or surveys if you give them a few options, but always have at least one open-ended where you just ask them, is there anything else you'd like to tell me? Or what course would you like to see? Or what product do you want to buy your dog right now? And leaving that open-ended, you start to get the best feedback. And because it's going to be in that person's language, which hopefully is your target demographic, you're going to learn a lot more about these people, about what they want, so that you can then create what they want and increase your sales and conversions by doing so. So I consider this a big win-win, right? You're providing the services, you're providing the products that people want, and they're helping you do that. So, I've been on both sides. I've sent out surveys for courses, for e-commerce products, and that really helps me kind of guide the path forward. But also now as a consumer, I see those surveys, I'm like, hey, this is great. I get a chance to actually input on this so that when I go to this brand, I'm getting exactly what I want. So some great ways for you to really engage with your customers there, potentially before they buy again. So let's talk about these 3 easy ways you can survey your list. All right, first one, if you've got a small list, or perhaps it's just really engaged list, you could just email them and ask for a response, right? Most people, I think when we've tried that, you generally get a lower response rate, but depending on what it is, if it's you, a personality, as perhaps a sales, so maybe you're a consultant, something like that, this can work really well because you probably have a higher engagement rate. If you have, again, a very specific segment of your list, that can be a great way to do it as well. Just narrow down and focus on that segment and just ask them for their feedback. All right, number 2 is to use Google Forms, right? It's easy to set up. You can literally create a form that pipes into a spreadsheet, and then if you wanted to get fancy, you could hook up Zapier and do all sorts of automated stuff from there, but you could do this in like 1 minute. They do offer a little bit of customization, so you could add an image or you can change the colors. It's one of my go-tos, when I'm just trying to get an idea out of my head and maybe go survey or get some feedback from customers and subscribers. Just go do it. It's super easy to use. Lastly, if you want to do maybe some more complex things, there are just a ton of tools that are great out there. The ones I've used are Typeform and Paperform. So both of those I highly recommend. I don't particularly feel like one is better than the other. It's one of those where, like any tool, you want to go and find out, is it going to do what you need to do? So start with the goal, the endpoint, and kind of work your way backwards. But if you haven't done this or you don't do this on a regular basis, what I would do for your business, again, no matter what you're doing, if you're selling courses, if you've got an e-com store or you're a consultant, is once a quarter, set a calendar reminder and list out what you need to do. You need to write an email. You need to ask what you're asking for feedback for. You just need to create a quick survey. Send that out to your list and check out the feedback you get. And I guarantee you that will help you not only increase sales and conversions, but it's going to open up a lot of conversations with your customers and subscribers. So if you'd like help with this, with surveys, with helping increase your sales and conversions, head over to oasisoptimization.com.